Hi, I'm Jazz. Welcome to my channel, Filling the Void. This is a short guide to some essential equipment that I carry in my camper van, just in case. Starting with the obvious ones first, that being a vehicle recovery service. I found these to be invaluable over the years with my many vehicles, from motorbikes to HGVs, and having a background in the logistics industry in general. The same goes for a mobile phone and charge cables, which obviously generally everyone's got and everyone needs. There are other basic items such as fuses, all different types. So you've got the bladed type here. You've even got household fuses for putting in plugs that you might have in your vehicle, and one of those. Then you got your multimeter. Obviously that comes in useful just for finding all sorts of faults, and other essential. So we got here just a scissor jack for jacking up the vehicle, obviously, and then you've got your towing eye on there, and you've got a wheel brace as well. I've also added another wheel brace which doubles in size, so you can literally stand on that, put your weight on it, and get a decent amount of purchase, so you can unlock the wheel nut. And then just a general tool roll which has got screwdrivers, pliers, knives, all sorts of useful bits and pieces, cable ties, just, you know, whatever you might need in a situation. What else we got? So we've got, this is a this folds out basically into a shovel, a folding shovel. So if you need to shovel snow or sand or dirt or whatever you need to do, if you're stuck in that, you can do that, and that goes into that case nice and neat. And then you've got these things which I've used on a couple of occasions, and they're basically escape attraction tracks, and they just unfold like that, and again the other way. You've got two sets, put it under your drive wheels so you've got some decent grip when you need to pull away. Say I've used them in mud and it has done the trick, and yeah, it just saves a call out from anyone else. So what else we got? Other general tools. I'll try and do some of this one-handed as usual. It's just a regular torch. The end of it pulls out like that, so then you've got a telescopic bit on the end, so if you need to pick up anything metallic, it's pretty strong. I dropped a bolt when I was working on the vehicle the other day and went down a hole, a drain hole, and managed to get it out using that little device, so that come in handy. Other essentials: cable ties, gaffer tape. I have many a motorbike together with those only, and yeah, does the trick. Also, you got your usual triangle that you just stand in the road just to let people know behind that you're having trouble. Got some old-fashioned jump leads. They always get you out of a bit of bother. Yeah, I have very occasionally used those, but generally I have used them occasionally as a sort of a hack to jump start my starter battery using a lithium battery in a very particular way, which I'll describe at a later date. You can't crank with those two connected, but if you're using leisure batteries which are AGM in the rear of your vehicle, or just lead acid, you can run those cables from your leisure battery, which in my vehicle is under the front under the front passenger seat, so it's easy enough to do. Just attach them there to that battery, run it out the window, open the front bonnet up there, and put those cables straight on, crank, that will start straight away. So that's that. And then we've got a bat torch, one of these things. So it's just let's have a look. So you got just your normal torch, and then you open it up and you got like a work light, so you can double your power on that. It's pretty bright. And you got a magnet there, a magnet there, and a magnet there, so you can stick that, you know, under your bonnet or in your wherever you're working. You can attach that. It's also got a hook on it, so you can hook that up as well, and that'll do the same job. So that's that. Keep that stored. I've got another little device here which I will try and demonstrate. Let me have a look. Right, so bear with me. I think a cut is required. Oh, emergency bottle of the good stuff there, just in case you're caught out for somewhere in days and you need to entertain yourself. So this is another thing. This is a torch. It's also a nightstick, so it extends like that, and it could become an equalizer of sorts. And again, you got your strobe light, you got your regular light, and then you got a stronger light. So that's that. So then you just put that like that, and that's locked. Also on the end of that, you've got a window breaker, so in an emergency you've got that to sort the situation of several types. That is rechargeable with a USB or a 3-pin plug, depending on what you want to do. I've also got another emergency hammer in the front. So again, if I'm in a situation, I can just grab that, smash a window. It's also got a seat belt cutter on it, so it doubles up for that. So I'm trying to think what else I've got in here. So just got a 12-volt air compressor here, which you can just set to whatever pressure you want. Plug it into your cigarette charger in the vehicle, and then yep, that'll just stop once it's hit the right pressure. It's got other attachments, so you can use it for airbeds and various things. And as I say, it's got the usual cigarette type attachment on the end. Also got this, which I shall open up for you. I'll try to. One-handed jack. So yeah, basically if you get a nail in your tyre and you can see it visibly, you got these various attachments which are attached to this heavy duty handle, so you can route out your, first of all pull the nail out of your tyre and then route it out with that, and then you put one of these rubber things through there, push that into the tyre, turn it, pull it out, and it will leave the two ends in there. You use glue whilst you're doing that so it all sort of grips in, and then you just trim it off with the knife after. And again, I've used those on my motorbike tyres mainly, and I've had up to, probably not quite legal, but to about 6 repairs, and they've lasted the whole life of the tyre, which was quite handy at the time. And then we have one more straightforward if you like, just to sort of get you to a garage tyre world. Again, I've used that on my motorbike as well as other vehicles, Volkswagen camper that I had. So that's that. So other essentials, you've got a first aid kit here. So I've got 2 of these. I've got a lightweight one for the front cab under the seat, and then I've got another one for the rear just in case anything major. So you got all sorts of stuff in here, a lighter just in case, loads of plasters, bandages, more bandages, micro pore tape, and these are very useful to have. So skin closure strips. I was at a show a little while ago and some guy managed to bash himself and split his head open really badly. So these things are like almost like butterfly stitches. You just use them and it holds the skin together, and you can do quite a good job of it. Also a pair of scissors in there so you can cut bandages to size, and yeah, that's good. Another thing that's really useful is this stuff. So spray plaster. Again, I've cut myself, and yeah, just annoying really, blood and that on your fingers everywhere. In a spot I've just used gaffer tape because I'm a bit of a dodgy geezer. Anyway, but with this stuff, it's like super glue, so you just spray it on, stops it bleeding pretty quick, so that's good. What else have I got on here? So got first aid blanket, so that attaches to the other side of this cupboard here, so you can literally just pull these velcro pieces down, and then you've got a couple of handles in there, and you just pull that straight out for quick release. And then got a decent sized fire extinguisher here. That has got a bracket behind me which this just sits into, and it's bolted right down, so there's no chance of it moving or whatever, but so it keeps it nicely in place as and when, if you need it. Some emergency candles, these burn for 8 hours each. Straw of life, or personal water filter straw, so you can go down by a stream and you can just siphon up fresh water using this. You can connect it to a bladder, a water bladder, so you can fill up as much water as you might need. And coming along here, just a pair of work gloves, mini claw hammer just in case you're feeling fruity. Right, under here we've got a tarpaulin, so if you need to work underneath the vehicle or you just need it for any other thing, it usually comes in useful. Also kind of connected with that, you got some decent sort of rope there if you like, or what's the other word, paracord, that's the word I'm looking for. So you've got a decent amount of paracord, so you can use that along with your tarpaulin and these pile driver pegs, which you can put in with an electric power tool, or you can just bash them with a hammer or spin them in, and they'll hold it to the ground. So if you needed to make temporary shelter, that'll do the trick. What else have we got? So here we have, you can see it, from Aldi, I think. So that's another emergency essentials kit, and within that you've got cash capsule. You can also put matches and a striker in there. You've got a paracord and a D-ring key ring. You've got a fire lighting flint, so a fire still, you know, if you're in trouble, you've got that. 5-in-1 survival whistle with a compass. Emergency blanket in case you're freezing up outside, you can wrap that around you. 35 litre backpack rain cover. Storage box that it's in. A 30 litre rucksack liner. And a map case. So I'll just undo this. Bum, 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 bum. So in your emergency safety kit as well, so you've got some lighter fluid here. This is, you might have seen these. This is a lifetime match. So the idea is you just, oh wait a minute. Yeah, so you just create a spark. There you go. Lovely. I don't know if you can see this on it. But anyway, so your lighter fluid just goes in there. That goes in there, absorbs the lighter fluid, and then you've got your spark there. So you've always got the ability to make fire, just carrying that. Other general charging cables, I think that's for a DVD player that I've got in here, and that's for a power station that I've got. I shall just find that and show that to you. Yep, so this is the power station. I don't know if it's fully charged or not. I think it is. So yeah, it's this is about 15 years old. I've had it, yeah, for a long time. It still works. It's 12 volt, 800 amp, as you can see, 300 watt inverter, which is just here. You got a cigarette lighter socket here as well. Little fuse here. That's to charge the unit via a 3-point house plug, which goes in there. Equally, I've got a solar panel which plugs direct into there, does the same job, just a little 10 amp fuse. It's never blown the whole time I've had it. This just shows you that it's connected up, because in this socket you can plug, I've got some jump leads which plug into there and go directly to your car battery or anything else you need to start. So yeah, so when they're connected properly, it will tell you on there. And you just turn this button here and that works. So you've got a light on the top. There you go, light on the top. You've also got down below a little USB charger. There you go. So that's that. Turn it off. It's been through the wars, this thing, so it did used to have a cover here. But I think they still do some. This is a ring version, but I think Halford still do some kind of version of this. But it's not lithium, it's just an AGM battery. But as I said, it's lasted all that time. And I'll probably get a couple more batteries. It works out about 70 quid for the batteries that it takes. But yeah, this has got me out of so many scrapes again as well. Just always have it sitting in the back of the vehicle somewhere, and yeah, it just saves you bothering with anyone else. You've always got that power. I've used it to power little cookers, kettles, lights, hoovers, you name it. I've tried it. It's either yay or nay, but generally it works all right. Again, an overnight charge for this one, but where it's getting a bit long in the tooth, it takes a bit longer than that, but it still works, so you know, does the trick. I will move on. Yeah. So this basically is a radio, and as you can see, it's solar powered. It's also got an aerial. It's a power bank as well. You can charge it with a USB. You got headphones. You got an SD card slot. As I say, you can use that for charging whatever, and just turn it on via that bit. So that's that. Underneath there's a lithium battery in here which charges up pretty quickly. So also you have this, which is a rather novel idea, and so if the sun isn't shining, you run out of power, you can just give it the old dynamo crank, and that also charges it. Right, so that folds back like that. So yeah, you got your on button there. Just tunes in, whatever. So that's just your regular channel, and then on here you have another curious button. I'll just turn that off, so I don't want the radio on. So yeah, you've got these other useful things. So you got a torch, you've got a flashing light like that, you got whatever that is. But yeah, so you get the idea. Basically, if we run out of everything and the world implodes, and there's still a radio station left, you should be able to receive it, which is Super Duper Tommy Cooper, and that's the brand name. I think they're about £40 when I got this, was a few years ago. But yeah, obviously you got multi-tune, volume, radio mode. I think it's Bluetooth. It does all sorts of other gizmo gadgets. Again, you can plug a Bluetooth speaker into this as well as physically use it through Bluetooth. Yeah, so I just thought that's another little fandango that you can play around with. Next. Yep, so the next device I have here is just a simple Stop Lock Pro, if that makes any difference. That just goes on my steering wheel, so I've used these for ages, and touch wood, I've been lucky. The other thing you got there is just a sat nav. It's only a forward facing one. I am actually going to get take my glass off. I am going to get a rear facing sat nav, just so you know I've got back and front covered, and also a lot of them come with reversing lights, so I'll probably add that as well. Yeah, the reason me mainly having the front forward dash cam is, again, used to do courier work, and in London, probably most cities, you get a lot of the crash for cash merchants where you're just coming off a roundabout to go onto another road, and then people just slam the brakes on to try and get you to crash into them. So it's well worth having them. It saved me at least 3 times, so that would have been a complete pain in the neck. One time, yeah, just a nightmare. So it's worth having one of those. I think it keeps your insurance a little bit lower, but I couldn't swear to that. So right, what else have we got? Oh right, here we got one of these things. It's I'm sure you guessed it. It's an emergency pee potty, pee loo, whatever, I don't know. And this is the advanced mechanism somewhere. Where is it? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I've got the advanced female adaptation here. I think you put it on your ear. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, ladies know. But yeah, so again, just another, if you're in trouble, you need a pee in the middle of the night, you can't worry. There you go. That's your buddy. And there's another one there. It's looking good. Look, unopened. Can you see that? That is unopened. So it is purely for medicinal purposes. You know, just like St Bernard's. You know, we don't have those in London, so I carry this just in case. And I was saying earlier on, let's turn that light off because it's bedazzling. Well, now it's not bright enough. Oh, I can't win. Let me try. Right, so that there, which is a bit dark, I know. Oh, we've got a ring to it now. Anyway, so that's an eco-worthy solar panel which plugs directly into the power station that I showed you earlier on, and it also plugs into my DC house battery, so it's useful for all sorts. Cheers! Oops. Yep, so that's the eco-worthy 100-watt solar panel, and just show you the other side. So that's got all the cables and different fitments you're needing. So that will plug directly into my DC house battery or the power station that I showed you earlier on. So quite handy. Fits under the bench seat, so ideal. I'm sure there are more items to add to this list, but that's for your own personal choice. I'd just like to say, feel free to leave comments, and subscribe if you wish. So if you would like to leave any questions in the comments, or tips, ideas, things you think I should add, do. I'd be more than grateful. And yeah, do that. That'd be great. Thank you. Bye.